Congratulations! You've targeted a fantastic job candidate. You were blown away by their performance in the interview process, and now you're all excited to call them up with an official offer. But instead of the emphatic yes you were hoping for, the candidate asks if they can think it over. You're devastated. And when they call back the next day and say they were hoping for a bit more money, you don't know what to do. Because as much as you want them on board, you're playing with the company's checkbook. So you need to spend it with your head and not just your heart. So how far is too far to go in spending over budget to get your first choice candidate? And what types of things should you take into consideration? Well, the first thing to look at is whether or not you have other people in similar positions with similar experience to the person that you're looking to hire. If you don't have anyone to compare the candidate to, you have a bit more leeway to make an increase without creating a big wave among the team. Just be sure to stay informed on what the current market range is for that position. As always, you don't want to get so caught up in winning the negotiation that you overpay. You also might want to consider how much you could save by continuing your search and waiting on someone who may demand less versus how much it's costing the company each day to have that requisition remain open. If you do have others with a similar skill set, how does their compensation measure up? If you hire the new person at a significantly higher salary than the others at that level, it's only fair to increase them as well, either immediately or at their next review. Despite the fact that employees are supposed to keep their compensation packages confidential, they often don't. And when your longtime and loyal employees find out that the new hire is getting more than they are, they'll think they're being paid below market value and start looking for other opportunities. Now, increasing pay for an entire team may sound extreme, but consider the cost of hiring more new employees if people start jumping ship. They'll likely demand the same higher salary, and you'll be stuck with additional recruiting and training costs. Additionally, someone on your staff who you know is doing a great job is always less of a risk than bringing in someone new. On the other hand, before you run off and approve multiple pay raises, do your research. Determine if the new potential hire is an anomaly. Why do they think they're worth more? Maybe he or she has some unique skills that the others on your team don't. That may in fact increase the potential hire's market value, but it only makes sense if you can benefit from it. If the high-value skills are important to other companies but not yours, it might make sense to move on and look for someone else. After all, you don't want to pay for a pizza when all you want is the cheese. Finally, consider the company from where your potential hire originated. If they're leaving a Fortune 500 for your startup, they shouldn't be expecting an increase. Instead, a more realistic solution is equal or lesser pay along with some stock options. Negotiating salaries can be tricky, but take things into consideration and you'll have a better chance of bringing in top talent without breaking the bank. I'm Dan Cohen for the Job Channel Network.